a summer's day with a hot wind in your face and a warm hand to hold. Oh yes, I'd kill for that.
Yo, what's up guys? It's Mac, back with another unboxing and review. Today we have the Prime 1 Studios MR.FREEZE EX. It's getting a little chilly in here, so let's go ahead and open these boxes up and see if we can warm up a little bit. The art boxes out. They're pretty nice. I'm digging the color palette on this. I got a little white and grays, looking pretty dope. The big box is the same, so I'm not going to really flip that one around. I'm just going to show you this tall one here, but it's basically the same portrait. That's pretty cool. And, looking forward, I could display them. I would display them as well, but who's got space for that? So I'm going to go ahead and get these things opened up and get this thing going. Okay, so I got the first box out. I think this box is going to have the base in it. At least I hope so. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of knife action. Alright, so let's open this up. So here we have the base. This thing is massive. Yeah. That new statue smell is strong. Piece of the ice. Big chunk of ice. This thing is massive. I don't even know how to get at this thing. I'm so worried I'm gonna break something off. You didn't even know where to start. Just picking this thing up at. Guys, so here's the base. Alright, so we have our second box with the top, so we have two areas to cut. So let's go ahead and do that. Unbox the top layer of the second box. So we got our little tank reservoir, some pieces of the base, the railing, some smaller pieces. So it looks like some hoses that go to the body. Yep. Same. Suit. So I'm going to go ahead and get all this stuff out. Alright, onto the bottom layer. We got the bottom layer all cut open, and this is going to okay. There's the body. There's one of the fist. There's a little glass compartment for Nora. Little exclusive portion where Nora sits, of course, or hand. And that humongous gun. crazy. And then you have his dome. And that's pretty cool. Alright, so I'm going to get this out. Alright, so I got all these pieces laid out. We have his body, the base, which is humongous, and all the other pieces over on this side. So it's kind of hard to see because there are quite a bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and place the body first and kind of move everything off to the side so you can see kind of how I assemble this. I'm going to kind of follow this instruction chart to the T. Unlike I do on normal videos, normally I just kind of wing it, but this time I'm going to take Prime One's advice and kind of throw it together how they do. So, all right, so we'll start with the body. Okay, so the body's very heavy. It's got these pegs. There's a key here, which slots down in here. I got everything laid out and situated kind of in order of how I'm going to assemble it. You can see that it looks a little different from the first time, but I wanted to at least give you guys be able to spin this around a little bit so you could check it out while I assemble it. So the body's on. The next couple of pieces are going to be these leg attachments. So they have magnets here and here, of course, and each of them, this one goes like so. Oh, actually that's the wrong way. So this one goes here and has a little peg here which slots in here, and there's a little hole there. And the next one is going to go here. The next piece is going to be the tank. Got a peg here. And the next piece to follow is this little piece which goes like so. And then you'll notice when you put this little shoulder piece on, there's a little slot here which that does fit. So what you'll do is that you'll plug that in right here and then just kind of move this into place. That's in there. See, this piece fits here and like here, and then this piece just kind of goes up here. So we'll go and throw it in there like that. There we go. These lines here that go to the tank and feed into the rest of the suit. So we'll go ahead and put those in. All right, so the first little piece of the hose from the tank goes into his suit right here. So you'll put that in and then you'll just move that into place, that little slot there. and then a second piece. And these are movable, so you don't have to worry about they're not solid, so you can move them around and they won't break, so they actually move into place. So they're in. All right, then you have this large hose, which goes like so. And that's gonna plug into the blaster. Bow! I don't know why I wouldn't want to get hit with this thing. So it has a little peg here, and then it slots in here. This is a very strong magnet, so you have to kind of line this up at the same time. So we have that's not going anywhere. Alright, so the next part are these top little lines that go here. There's a little key. They slot right here and onto the side. Let me show you that real quick where it goes. So this goes like so. Fits in there. And the next one goes into here and right here. And then you have the last piece where it's like this little key fits right here, and then there's a little slot right underneath like that. Just basically put that right there. So that's all assembled. Alright, next up are the hands. So we know I got the exclusive, but for the sake of the video and me moving this around, I'm going to go ahead and stick with the regular fist, so it's less chance of something falling and breaking. And then the next piece is supposed to be the head sculpt. We have Freeze's ugly mug with his cauliflower ear. Next part is going to be the dome. So it has these little slots here which fit here into his shoulder area. So line that up like so. Alright, so coming down to the base, we're installing the little ice pieces. So you have this little one, which goes right here. This one, which goes right here. And this one right there. This one right here. biggest. So key here, slots right there. These rails. So this one has a little peg which goes right here. And the last one you've got these little lines to line up right here. Basically just there's a magnet that holds this in. And this piece is basically together. So we'll go ahead and switch out to the exclusive now that I'm not going to be up top and moving it around. So the exclusive, it's got a little key slot down here, and then you have Nora, and she's got like a little peg on the bottom of her little foot. So I'm gonna turn it around like so. Okay. Make sure she's in there. And you have a little finisher dome. And MR.FREEZE is complete. Alright, so I'm going to take some time, take a look at this piece, go over it, and come back with a review for you guys. Some very good things to say about this piece. It's awesome, all of it. I was not 100% sure, I guess, what I was going to think about it. You know, just seeing it in general. I mean, once you see it in person, you actually get a, you know, it's just it's a commanding piece in the collection. It just kind of stands out. It is probably one of my top favorites in my collection, next to, you know, old Hulkbuster there. So it's very big and heavy. It does look good. It's got nice coloring all throughout. The details are, you know, insane. My little turntable's getting a workout, of course. Kind of making some noises, but all right. So I'll just start with like kind of the base. The base is done, you know, fantastic. You know, it's got you know, this, you know, undertone of like, you know, dark gray, whatever he's standing on here. In the game, you know, he's getting ready to, you know, enter his cryo chamber. That's basically what this base is, and it's got the little snow effect, ice effect all over it, a little freezing. The bat symbol on the back is done, you know, fantastic, and you have like these little wires down here with black and green, which, you know, I'll catch a lot of this stuff in close-ups when I do the pictures, so make sure you stay tuned for that. The ice coming off is done really well. You know, it's a clear translucent resin, and it's got like, you know, this blue tone to it. Makes it look like really like ice coming out of the base. it is quite big, especially this piece here. This makes it kind of hard to display for sure. You have this like little tank over here with more ice protruding. A little vent down here. Little line tubes running through here. Some more detail. You can kind of see a little sparkling effect on the ice and on the base. They did a fantastic job. Alright, now moving up to his actual suit. His suit is very heavy, so he's got to have these like little stabilizers, and they did that very well. And the colors on his suit are like a dark gray, and that's done very well. And then like the one thing I did like about this too is that, you know, I thought these were actually like painted on, but in most of these I think they're actually stickers that are placed, you know, around his body and on his arms and everywhere else. I think the effects on the boots are done well with these like pistons and lines that are running up his legs. And again, like I said, here you got like another sticker, and back here same following along, and you have the more lines running up and down his legs. And then his pants, done very well, of course, fully sculpted, but it looks like, you know, he's actually wearing cloth. And then you have like the zipper that runs up through. And then like on the front, you can see like the little red wire that goes through here. That's painted. It's a little tied off there. Little clamps, and then you have the zipper up here, and then the zipper going down on this side. And you have the line, which is running down into like the red, of course. And then on his back, you have the little cryo tanks, which are doing very well. You have a little frost on the bottom. You kind of have like this little lines that are running through, and a big wire. You can see it has XE, Xenon. I think those are stickers as well. This is FA 138. And you have some more details on the side that are kind of cut off and scratched through. And the tank leads to this big wire, which of course goes to his cannon. And it's got like the clear resin that kind of goes along in here as well, where it's got like a blue effect in it. Hopefully you guys can pick it up on camera. And on the side, it's got more detail. So what I did like about this too is that I didn't notice, but you can actually see his hand in there. So that makes it cool, because you kind of think, if you just see the piece, that it's just, you know, his arm is just that huge cannon, but you can actually see his fist right here. And then you have some more details on the side. You have a little Goth Corp down here at the bottom. And then moving on to the front, you have all this, you know, kind of, I want to call it armor, but you know, it's, you know, it is his suit. So you have like these little nice like little pipe and line details. And then the other thing is that it's nice that you have these like straps here. It's kind of got that like rough material, like a really sturdy like you know, belt, but that's fully sculpted. Then you kind of a little bit of rust detail here, and then you have some more decals or stickers right here. You can definitely see that. And then on his hand here, of course, you have him holding Nora. I think that the EX definitely makes this piece. I do think it's an EX or fail. There's nothing wrong with this, but I think that the EX with a low edition size, this does make this piece, because, you know, MR.FREEZE is all about Nora. So going upwards on the arm, you have like this little green wire, which is hiding back here, and then going down into his little gauntlet here. And you have this little arm shoulder piece here, and then this is one of the pieces that you install that goes into the tank, and then like you have these gauges here. You can kind of see like a little tack. And more detail. Got danger back here. And you actually have something down here as well. I think the little release valves are done very well. They're painted nicely, and you have like a little frost up here. And then right in here, there's the big gauge and tack. Pretty cool detail in there. And then you have the large wire that runs into the cannon. And on the top part of the cannon, I wanted to show you the detail on that because I know you saw the sides and the bottom. You have like some more decals up here. Large wire, then you have like the pieces that you install that go into it. So I think this is done very well. Looks very nice. And then onto the globe part. And I apologize for any glare, but it's definitely got an effect of like kind of condensation and like kind of bubbles. So that's done, fantastic. You can see that it's actually lined up perfectly. Now it kind of has like these lines that kind of feed into it. But what I wanted to show you is actually the head sculpt by itself. So the cool thing about that is if you look kind of closely at his head sculpt, you kind of see like these little, veins, white veins that are going throughout his head. And that is translucent resin. And he's got those ugly ears. Back of his head, looking like Mr. Clean, the blue version, and like his neck veins are done very well. You got the wrinkles all throughout, and then the actual goggles, the red on them look very, very good as too, and his lips look good. It's a very impressive head sculpt. Kind of a shame that you have to hide it with the globe, but he's not Mr. Freeze without the globe. So go ahead and put that back on. So with the globe in place, and then you have like these little metal linings, and how it goes back into here. I think that the globe itself is done very well. Alright guys, to sum this all up, I think this piece is fantastic. Definitely a 10 out of 10 in my book. The only negatives that I really have about it is that it's just heavy and it takes up a lot of space. So, but besides that, this piece is a win. If you have this on pre-order or if you're on wait list on this, and if it converts, I would definitely believe that you're going to be, satisfied with this guy. Definitely, like I said before, a centerpiece of a collection, or just something that just stands out. It just looks so different from any other piece that I can think of. A little bit of a story on this piece too is that I had this on wait list for, I wait listed this piece back when it first came out. When it was first released, and I was on it. It sold out very quickly, and I was on the list, and the availability was okay, and then it kind of canceled. And then I got a chance to get back on a wait list again here recently, and it did convert. And part of that is Chris, Batman Statue Collector's fault, so I blame you for that. If you haven't seen his channel, definitely go check him out. And I'll put a link down in the description below for that. Shout out to the boys over at Darth Castle, Rodney and Thor, and everybody else that's on the panel. I'm on the show as well on Friday nights. Not all the time, but I try to make it when I can. Here lately, I've just been a little busy, but definitely go give them a subscribe and go support their channel. They're trying to reach 1,000 subs, so anything that we can do to help them out would be great. So thank you guys, and I'll see you guys on Darth Castle Open Mic on Friday. I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this video. Hit that like button and subscribe for future content. Me and Freeze are gonna go ahead and chill out and relax. Stay tuned for the pictures at the end of the video, how I always do. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Think of it, man, to never again walk on a summer's day with a hot wind in your face and a warm hand to hold. Oh yes, I'd kill you for that. a summer's day with a hot wind in your face and a warm hand to hold. Oh yes, I'd kill you for that.